This is the plaintiff, Jennifer Moore. She says she rented a room from the defendant and everything was fine and dandy until the woman's boyfriend moved in. The defendant never even gave her any notice. He just showed up one day and moved right in. Things quickly escalated between her and the defendant, but when she came at her with a crowbar in hand, she knew she had to leave for good. Bottom line, the defendant refuses to return her $750 security, so she's suing. This is the defendant, Maria Dixon. She says the plaintiff was a complete slob, and that became an issue between them. Then one day, out of the blue, she just up and moved out of the place with no notice. And when she left, she went on a rampage and destroyed her room. Like a little baby having a hissy fit. She caused a ton of damage. And now she's suing for her security? Ha, ha, ha. She's accused of causing a ruckus. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $119.98 for additional damages.
All parties, please raise your right hand. See, they come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you. Jennifer Moore, you are suing Maria Dixon for $750 that you want returned to you, which represents your security deposit. You are counterclaiming against her not only to keep the security deposit, but to pay you $119.98 for some damages. Talk to me first, Ms. Moore. What happened? You two were roommates, right? Or apartment mates.
Well, not exactly. It was a room I was renting from her.
You were renting a room from her, and you have a lease?
Yes.
Okay. And who else is living there?
It was just me and her.
Okay. And what happened?
Well, it was all right in the beginning when I was renting a room. She even told me that I could use some of the pots and pans from her. After a while, everything was going on between the two of us till she moved her boyfriend in. And when she moved him in, she never told me anything about it. I just knew he was there. He was just there one day.
Okay.
And I felt that she should have told me, because it now changes our living situation.
Sure.
It makes it different.
So you were on a month-to-month, right?
Yes.
You didn't have a lease. So did you leave?
No.
How long did you live there for?
I stayed there for another year. It was all right between me and him. There was no problems.
Okay.
I didn't have
When
anything.
did it become a problem?
It became a problem on the last year. It was 2 years and a half I was lived there. A little bit after that last year, it became an issue with the pot issue. That was
What's a pot issue? What's going on there? Tell me about that.
Because she's going through a case with her landlord, and he's suing her. He's suing her to get the rent because she hasn't been paying the landlord for 6 months, which she never told me about. I never knew anything about that.
Okay.
So he turned off the hot water, and he turned off the heat.
Did he do that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, we can't do that. Did you report him?
He did. We work it out in court like I was going
Okay,
through
so
court.
what happens?
So I had to use the pot in the kitchen to heat up the water to take a shower with because there was no hot water. I used the pot, I heated up, I washed in it. That was it. I did not take
in the pot.
I didn't wash in the pot. I heated up the water and I poured the water on top of me. That's what I did. I did not take a shower in the pot. I didn't do that.
Okay, but did somebody get mad about that?
Yes, her boyfriend went in the bathroom behind me. And he said that it looked like I used the pot to take a shower in. I did not do that.
Okay.
He said there's residue in the pot that looks as if you did.
Like
I did
soap?
not do that. Yes, soap or whatever, but I did not do that.
Okay.
I just poured the water on top of me.
So the two of you got into an argument about that?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
He said he was looking out for her. I don't know what he mean, looking out. I'm not any threat. I've been there 2 years and a half.
Okay.
What threat am I?
Okay. So what happens?
And then when she got off of work, he explained the situation to her. She tells me she feels some type of way about it. And I said, I feel some type of way about it.
Okay.
She said, all right, fine,
What
get
did
out.
either of you mean by that? That what? That.
And she said, all right, get out. I said, okay, fine, I'll leave. But
Okay.
I want my security deposit when I go.
And she
And
said-
she becomes violent. I called her.
Wait, she became violent?
Yes.
Okay.
She picks up a crowbar, tries to hit me in the head with a crowbar.
Wait. She picks up a crowbar?
Runs in the back of the room and goes get a crowbar and brings it out and tries to hit me in the head with a crowbar.
What does tries to hit me with the head mean?
Swinging like this, trying to hit me in the head with it.
I'm sorry. She swung and she hit what instead?
She didn't hit. He jumped in the middle. Her boyfriend was there. He jumped in the
So she
middle.
raised the crowbar and the boyfriend got in between?
Yes.
What were you guys saying to each other that it would rise to the level of crowbar area? What was being
Because I called her the B word. That's all I did. That's all
And she lost it like that over
Yes, over that only.
that? Did you get a crowbar?
I don't even own a crowbar. I don't own a crowbar. You know what I picked up?
What?
It was a selfie stick.
you know, that
You picked up a selfie stick?
Yes, because she was being rude and she was like coming at me. So at this point, I'm like, yo, back up. Didn't touch her with it.
What'd you do with the selfie stick?
I was about to slap her with it if she didn't get out my face. But it didn't get to that point. My boyfriend, like, I didn't want to fight with her. I'm being honest with you, like, I does this, but I wasn't trying to go there. Like, I just turned 30.
You don't disagree that there's is it $700.50?
Yes. I disagree.
You agree that that's a security deposit?
No, let me explain that.
Okay.
You know, when you move into an apartment, I don't think she knows this, but when you move into an apartment, you pay your first month rent if it goes monthly. You pay your first month rent and the security. In our case, she pays bi-weekly. It's $175 for a rent for the week. When she moved in, she paid 3 weeks security and 1 week rent. She's claiming the whole $700, but you don't pay back 1 week rent, you pay back the security. But on top of that, the last time she paid me, which I have proof, was the 20th. She paid me on the 20th, and she moved out on the 4th of November. She paid me like 2 weeks prior.
Okay, when she pays, is she paying for time she already lived there?
Yes.
She's not paying in advance.
The last time she paid me, no. The last time she paid me,
is that accurate? When you pay, are you paying for time you already lived there?
Yes, that's the 2 weeks.
Yes.
Right, but normally that's not how it works. Normally you pay in advance for the month.
Yeah, but
or
it
you pay
goes
in advance
by-
for the week. So,
but
but
she
you're not
goes-
paying in advance. You're paying behind.
Because she gets paid bi-weekly.
Yes, I understand, but
Yeah,
still.
so-
Okay.
Yeah, so it
okay.
goes
So
as
hold
like-
on. When does she move in?
To be honest, I can't even remember the day.
And so when is her last payment of rent?
The last time she paid me was, let me take a look to make sure I have the right.
And while she's looking for that, do you have a receipt for your security deposit so I can see how much it is?
Yes, I do.
Let me see it.
Okay, so this is the whole receipt book that shows all the
Jennifer
payments.
Moore, paid the deposit of $750.
What?
Okay. Who signed this here?
She did.
Okay,
Can
so
I
let me
see
show
it?
it to you.
Yeah.
And then let me see this here.
That was the last time I received rent from her, but she moved out 2 weeks after that date, which means the date that
When
she
did you
moved
move out?
I moved out on the
Yes,
4th.
this is correct.
fourth.
I
No.
did sign that, and that's because
did
I
sign
didn't
that.
have a receipt book at the time when she moved in.
Right,
so
but why are you signing something that says that she gave you a security deposit of $750?
Because it's not secure. It's
No,
1
I know.
week
Why
rent
aren't you saying, no, wait, that's wrong. That's first week's rent.
and 1 week, and it's
Right,
3
but
weeks.
why aren't you saying that? Instead, you're signing something that says exactly what she says it is, which is $750 as a deposit.
Yes.
Did that $750 include any rent for like your first week of rent or anything else?
Right, 2 weeks rent.
If this was rent, then did you pay any security deposit? Because you lived the rent.
Right, that was supposed to be the security deposit, and I paid 2 weeks after that because my paycheck was coming 2 weeks later.
Okay, so when you
To
say
start.
you paid 2 weeks, 2 weeks later?
Yes, because that was the security deposit for me to move in. That was supposed to cover the 2 weeks because my paycheck was coming 2 weeks later. I didn't have the money on me
Can
except
I
for that.
explain it in a better way?
No, apparently not, because
sorry.
the only document that you guys have is this one where you signed that you received a deposit of $750.
It's basically 1 week rent, which is $175, and 3 weeks security. That's what brought it to the $700. But at the time when she moved in, I didn't have a receipt book. So I said to her,
But she says that she paid you 2 weeks later, not 3 weeks later.
no. All right, say she moved in today, and
I know what you're trying to say. I'm
okay,
trying to
but I'm
show-
getting confused as well.
Okay,
because,
I'm not confused at all. It's just that there's no proof, and that's what I need. What I need is proof that it's your way, not hers. She's saying, Judge, that $750 has no rent in it. It's all security. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks
So
later,
then
I
where's
paid my
your
rent
rent?
backwards, which nobody
Exactly.
does.
That makes no
Yeah, but
sense.
you admitted that that's how it was.
No,
and that's,
it's all
it
in
isn't how
one.
it
I'm
should
not
be.
admitting that at all. Maybe
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
Being, no,
You did.
okay,
That
well,
already happened.
I'm unadmitting that because that's not what I meant.
This is awesome. All right, go ahead.
Okay. It's supposed to be 1 week rent, which is $175. It's just that she paid me all at once because it's the move in. To move in,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
the problem is
it didn't
that
come
this
up-
doesn't say that. This
Yeah.
doesn't say 1 week's rent and 3 weeks and then X amount for security deposit, which is what it should
the
be.
reason she cannot claim security is because the day that she moved out is the day that she was supposed to pay rent, which means you practically live out your security.
Okay,
And-
did you,
and she
hold
never
on,
gave
if you
me
moved out on the 4th, and the last time, according to her, the last time you paid rent was October 20th, is that accurate?
No?
What day did you
Prove
move
it, I'm
out?
sorry, stop it,
Yeah, hold
stop.
on, Judge is doing a great job.
Prove, yeah, I've been doing this my whole life without you, it's amazing. I don't know how I did it. Can you please prove to me that you
Well,
paid
I
rent?
have the shelter that I moved into, because when
How
I
does
left
that
her-
prove to me that you paid rent?
That's the date I moved in, the date I moved out.
No one's disputing that you left November 4th. I'm asking you, did you pay rent for the, because your position is, I pay rent after 2 weeks for the last 2 weeks,
Oh,
right?
I did pay, yeah. My rent was already paid. I didn't owe anything.
I need to see the proof because she is disputing that. So if you paid rent right as you're leaving, you paid for the 2 weeks, I need to see proof of that.
It's in one of these, it's in one of these receipts.
And then what is it, $175 a week?
Yes.
According to you, she damaged the place,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to be able to keep the security deposit for that reason. So show me now the damages. Don't stop looking. Oh, you did already. You looked.
Okay,
and you
so-
can't
Because I
find
couldn't
proof. Okay.
find
When
one
she,
for that
when,
date.
like I said, when she moved out, I didn't know she was moving out. She never gave me a date. We never had a conversation about.
When you had to grab a selfie stick / crowbar.
No,
and
yeah, but my thing is even after that. To
You
me,
thought you guys
that's
would work it
just-
out?
Yeah, why not? We never had a fight, and to me, that's nothing. We got into one whole week past, we haven't spoke. I'm expecting, because it's the first fight, for you to come to me and be like, you know what? I was wrong, and we get past
Did
it. Like
you
I
do
said,
that?
I never had I was waiting to get up to it. She had to come to me for rent, so I figured we gonna talk.
Right.
Honestly, she moved out. She never gave me a date, a time, or nothing. I came in. It was her bed with a slash and garbage all over.
What do you mean her
closet.
bed with a slash?
She left the mattress. That was the only thing she owned in the house. One little tiny mattress.
Did you slash the mattress?
She slashed a hole through the mattress
Hold on a second.
and left it in the house. Who
Wait a
does
sec-
that?
who-
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. If your landlord went after you with a crowbar, would you have a right to say, I am out of here, I want my deposit back, and I'm breaking the lease?
I think it probably depends on how the lease is originally
I was
written.
going to say how big the crowbar is.
It's,
No, the lease says nothing about crowbars. Just if he comes at you with a crowbar.
Your safety. I mean, if
Yeah,
I
your
feel
safety.
like I'm not safe in his dwelling, then maybe I can break the lease.
Maybe. Okay. What do you say?
Is there blood?
Oh my God, going inside the courtroom.
Did you leave a mattress in the house?
If someone hits you in the head with a crowbar, I'm not going to leave you a mattress that I paid for. That mattress cost me $150. If I can't carry it, I don't want you using it either. It's mine. It
Okay.
belongs to me. And you just tried to kill me. If you successfully hit me in the head with a crowbar, I would have been in a concussion.
Did you call the police?
Yes, I did.
I
The
called
police
the
did
police.
Stop.
come.
Would you stop?
sorry.
And what happened when you called the police?
The police told us to just not to talk because she can't. The police said that she was unable to throw me out without going through court. You can't just throw you out. She wanted to just throw me out. You can't throw me out. The cop said that. So he said you have to go to court if you wanted to leave. But then after that, she's telling me she wants to make my life a living hell. That's why I left, because I'm not going to live with someone acting like that around me. That's insane.
Right. And would you really pay rent to somebody who, according to you, took a crowbar to you?
Exactly.
How are you gonna? What kind of fighter are you that you would fight with a selfie stick? I don't know. I'm not buying the selfie stick thing.
I don't own a crowbar. I have nothing to lie to you
What you
about.
gonna do with a selfie
And-
stick?
Back you up.
Are you?
Something. Back you up.
know.
Listen,
All right,
Judge.
no, stop. All right, so here's what I want to know. I want to see the damages that you claim to the apartment. Let me see pictures.
Okay, these are the floor. This is just the pot because I'm gonna need to claim my pot back. She left and I was gonna leave it alone until I saw this stuff in my mail. So now I'm gonna need my pot back.
What do you mean by your pot back?
This pot right here is the
Right.
one she took a shower in.
You can't just wash it?
No, to cook my food, Judge?
it's too gross for you?
No, very nasty. It would
Okay.
not happen. Negative.
All right, so you want
anyway,
$50 for the pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are the floor that she left scratched that I'm gonna have to pay for myself because my landlord is gonna come after me for that.
Okay.
And this was just a picture to show the bucket that she called nasty that I take a shower out of. And
Okay,
she
that's
bathing
fine.
out of
That's
a
fine.
pot.
I don't need that. What are the cleaning costs and replace
wait,
a
my
mirror?
Yes, I didn't. have a picture for my mirror that she broke. My sister was there. I went to Jamaica on vacation, and while I was there, she was jungle gymming in my bathroom, broke my mirror.
Wait, what's jungle gymming?
Jungle gymming. She was having sex with someone in my bathroom. My mirror broke. My sister called me and told me about the mirror. She never replaced it, and I never made it a big deal.
You know, it's customary
Let's
when
go.
you're jungle gymming and you break a mirror to have the decency to replace the mirror.
And you're gonna complain about me? I mean,
At the
everything
least.
in the
She said
bathroom
use
is
your
mine.
things, but I don't
and
think
you
she
being
meant
rude, jungle gymming in people's bathroom. Who does that? We not that close. You never replace that.
Okay. Now, these scratches on the floor, what have you got to say about that?
I didn't do that. That's
Okay.
not
Was
me.
that already there?
That was already there.
Okay.
I
Do you have any
also-
pictures of how you first rented it to her and these
No.
scratches weren't there?
I don't. I'm really not trying to go
I
hard
know.
for that.
I know.
Right.
I know.
I just want my pot and my mirror back, and the $40 cost that I had to hire somebody. I had to hire 2 crackheads to clean up the
I
room.
had to hire 2 crackheads
yes,
to clean,
and I had to
want
pay
the
them
money I paid the
$40.
crackheads.
I'm gonna need that back.
I think she overpaid.
She overpaid.
I gave
She
him
overpaid.
40. I thought it was.
Do you have any
good.
proof that you paid $40 for
No,
cleaning?
I never thought I'd see Jennifer Moore again.
Okay, so I have a receipt where you sign the following statement. I, Jennifer Moore, paid the deposit of $750, and you say, yes, this is your signature, Ms. Dixon, that you signed it to note that she paid a deposit of $750. I guess you live and you learn, because if $750 is not the deposit, then you shouldn't sign this. You should sign, 400 and something of a deposit and 300 and something of rent, if that's what it is. But you're going to have a hard time years later trying to tell me, I know what it says, Judge, but believe what I'm saying after everything that's happened between you two. Now, she's right that you didn't pay any rent, and that the way you would pay your rent is for, behind you. You have no proof that you ended up paying the other 2 weeks. So from that $750, clearly $350 is going to be taken away. I mean, that's what makes sense, because you were there another 2 weeks. Did you notify her that you were leaving? Or it was pretty obvious because everybody was so angry at each other?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, it was obvious because everybody was angry with each other.
All right. So as for the, do you have any pictures of something dirty where you would have to pay 2 crackheads to go into your home and clean up?
I really never
That's
thought
fine. It's
I
fine,
would.
but then you don't get those things, okay? It's not necessary to replace a pot. It may be gross, but you clearly, weren't planning on replacing the pot. You still have the pot to photograph.
told me
so you're.
Look, she
I don't
told me
have
she
any
was
proof
gonna
of a broken mirror.
Look, she gotta
you
pay for
are
my pot.
entitled to the rent. To be from the security deposit, and that leaves $400 net judgment on behalf of the plaintiff. So I am ordering, based on her claim against you and your counterclaim against her, it is a net judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $400. That's my judgment.
Yay.
So, after all this involved testimony, the plaintiff ends up getting $400. This is the defendant. You just were saying she's got to pay for that pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well you
this
got to
is-
give her $400.
I ain't giving her nothing, sir. And another thing, if you are 40 years old, having to rent a room
Yeah.
and come in to bring somebody to court, you're pathetic. You need to get your life together and have your own apartment so you can make your own rules. I own the apartment so I can make my own rules. Get on my level.
Okay. All right, here comes Miss Moore. Well, a lot of testimony here. Obviously, you had a wild time there. This is no circus.
Yeah, it's hard. It's amazing that someone can be so ignorant that she would pick up a crowbar and hit me in the head just because I said the B word to
Well,
her.
she didn't hit you, did she?
But if
She
he-
tried to.
Yeah, if her
she
boyfriend
didn't hit you.
if he didn't get in between us,
Yeah,
she would have
okay.
successfully hit me.
Well, look,
That's the thing about
congratulations. You won a little bit. You didn't get hit in the head. You happy now? You living comfortably now? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right now.
Okay, good enough.
It is what it is.
Congratulations. It is what it is. Harvey? Wow.
Well, look, Doug, if your landlord in any way threatens your physical safety, that is a buzzkill. You have a right to move. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.